Hi, my name is Mike. I am a content creator on YouTube, and I make videos about anime. I ask if this is your first experience with us not to subscribe until you check out the rest of our content, because this is not a typical video, but it is extremely important. Content creators on YouTube are currently under attack by the American government, which means all content on YouTube is currently under attack by the American government, specifically from the FTC, otherwise known as the Federal Trade Commission. The reason for this is because of a law called COPPA, or the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. Simply put, COPPA was created in 1998 to ensure that kids aren't data mined while they're on the internet and have ads targeted towards them. It makes sense. It is predatory to collect data on children. It's just kind of weird and a little bit gross. However, YouTube has been allowing this to happen for pretty much ever. Long story short, the FTC caught wind of this. YouTube was given a little bit of a slap on the wrist to the tune of $170 million. And now we, the creators, the people who have been dealing with the stress and the grind and the guessing game and the lack of communication from YouTube, are left holding the bag. And by that, I mean we are now subject to extreme draconian punishment from the FTC for what, you might be asking. And the simple answer is for creating content about the things that we love. Bonsai Pop's videos in particular are aimed at adults my age and involve subject material of late high school and higher education, including anthropology, sociology, history, philosophy, all revolving around anime analysis. So why should we be scared? Well, what the FTC is looking for is content that appeals to kids, even if it's just on the surface level. Remember this, COPPA is not a censorship issue. It is a data mining protection act. What they are concerned about is children finding themselves on videos that they shouldn't be on, and Google using their information to sell them ads. So, in order to ensure that this doesn't happen, the fine people over at YouTube have given us creators two options. Option A, mark your video as safe for kids, which normally we wouldn't do because it would be lying. And also because YouTube is already insane about demonetizing content, so why would we want to put more pressure on ourselves to be even more family friendly? However, in this case, marking your videos as kids safe is completely different. Doing so will disable comments, so we can't talk to you or hear from you, the most important part of our channel. It will disable notifications, so you are not informed when new videos come out. It will remove a video's searchability, so the only way you will be able to find it is if you go to your subscription box, which we know you don't, or if you go to our channel to deliberately look for it. Worst of all, videos marked safe for kids will not have targeted ads, taking the piddling amount that we make already and dropping it to virtually zero. This will also cause those videos to not be promoted by YouTube, because YouTube does not promote videos it does not make money on. So option A, kids safe, not sounding so great. What about option B? Now, option B is marking your video as not safe for kids, aka human beings 13 years of age or older. Now, this option makes sense because it sounds like marking your videos for kids is like shooting yourself in the face. You should probably go with option B, right? With YouTube and the federal government, it's never that cut and dry. So I'm gonna state one more time that this issue is not about censorship. COPPA is not a YouTube update. This is about the federal government intervening in content creation and YouTube. So if you mark your videos as not safe for kids, you are placing your video and your channel in front of the FTC to be judged, because in doing so, you are saying that your video will also not attract people under the age of 13. The FTC then needs to make sure that you're telling the truth. And by the FTC, I mean old men and women, senior citizens with no concept of new media, people who have been sitting around waiting to crack down on YouTube. Inside FTC sources have confirmed that many of the people in that organization don't even have cell phones. That's the kind of out of touch that we're dealing with here. These are the people that are going to be looking at anime. Marking a channel as safe or not safe for kids is not all you have to do and you're good. It's just the beginning of a vetting process. All content marked not safe for kids will then be looked at by the FTC and judged upon the following criteria. Does your video have subject matter appealing to children? Like kids' jokes, music, games, video or computer games, children's TV show or stars, cartoon characters, f***ing sports, stories, toys, children's books, fantasy, blah blah, pets. If you're scratching your fucking head right now, don't worry, you're not alone because everybody is. But what's so bad about being judged? Well, if your video is marked not safe for kids, but is found to have those aforementioned subjects, you are liable for a $42,000 fine per video. Doesn't matter if that video is appealing to everyone, doesn't matter if it's appealing only to kids, and it doesn't matter if it is the most disgusting, horrific potty mouth garbage on the internet. All that matters is that in the law, if you mark your video as not safe for kids, but the FTC finds it to be appealing to kids, you will be fined. This goes for everyone, not just me, not just anime channels, everyone doing anything. Videos about toy collecting, videos about video games, it doesn't matter. But for us, there should have been a word in there that particularly gave your heart a little bit of a pitter-patter. Cartoons. Now, I don't know how old your grandparents are, but if you showed them anime, what do you think that they would think it is? Cartoons. Now, in general, I would say that anime is not for kids. Yes, there are anime shows that are created specifically for kids, but in general, the content that's made for mature audience vastly outweighs kids content and even general audience content. Doesn't matter. What I know doesn't matter. What you know doesn't matter. This is the American government dealing with an American company, and if you think that they will stop because a few million people will lose their careers, then you are naive. For instance, my home state of Massachusetts in one day snapped their fingers and banned all vaping products, putting thousands of homemade businesses out on their asses. This is so important, and I'm not the only one at risk. It's everybody from Peanut Butter Gamer to Gigic to your little brother with his GoPro that is gonna sink with this ship. And with it will go all anime content. Video games too, but check out this last little part here under presentation. Whether the website, aka YouTube channel, uses visual content appealing to children, first thing on the list, animated characters. If that doesn't paint a picture for you, I don't know what to say. And here's the biggest nut punch of all. Are you ready for this shit? In the legal jargon of COPPA, there is a clause that covers general audience entertainment, i.e. pretty much everything you watch on YouTube. This clause is called the general audience exception. Us, The Completionist, Arlo, Mother's Basement, Nux Taku, we are all general audience channels. The deep, sick irony of this situation is that the FTC has no intention of fining channels that make content for general audiences. But because YouTube only created this option A, option B, for kids or not for kids system, their hands have been forced. If YouTube gave content creators an option C, aka this video is intended for general audiences, we would be protected by the general audience exception that is stated within COPPA. So why would YouTube only give us two black and white options? Because the third would lower company profit. This information was leaked by a YouTube employee, and all of this goes into effect January 1st, 2020, and we're gonna be at MagFest. But I can assure you of one thing, most of us are terrified. This could be it. This could be the big one. Bonsai Pop is a new channel, but the Bonsai Pop team have been working full-time on YouTube for 5 years. We have made it through everything. We have made it through the algorithm changes, we made it through the adpocalypse, but this one stupid, mean-spirited thing that YouTube did threatens to not only bring us down, but the entire platform, and it is mind-boggling. You should be scared. You should be upset. and you should take this very seriously. This is the American government. Remember when we were gonna share land with the Native Americans? Remember when we deployed the atom bomb without knowing exactly what it was going to do, and then used the Japanese people as lab rats afterwards? Remember that time that we let Nazi war criminals go so we could stockpile nukes just in case Russia wanted to go to war with us? How about the time that we decided that we were going to test the effects of lead paint on children of minorities? Or maybe all those years that we lobotomized depressed women? Remember net neutrality? Remember how hard we all came together to fight for net neutrality and they just took it away? Or what about the time that we wanted to test the effects of LSD on an elephant and just found out that elephants are allergic to LSD? We killed 2 elephants. This is the government YouTube deliberately threw us to. And it's not just American creators. Everybody on YouTube needs to be COPPA compliant now. And let me ask you a personal philosophical question. If there was a 20% chance that a bomb was going to be dropped on your house, would you stick around to see if it happened? We need to act, and we need to act now, not tomorrow, right now. I hate to sound alarmist, but the FTC seems like they're enjoying this.
The expression about shooting fish in a barrel. YouTube is the barrel, content creators are the fish.
We have to tell them that it is wrong, like mature, responsible adults. Until December 9th, the FTC's website is open for comment. MatPat and the Game Theorist just released a video, and they got so much support that they crashed the website for a time. Now it's our turn. Go comment on that website, leave the FTC a message, let them know that what they're doing is not okay. Make sure that you do this. There's also a petition that you can sign, but I mean, we all know what petitions are like. But it is imperative that you are heard by the FTC. And if you don't want to write something, we have something in the comments below for you that you can just copy paste and put on there. But I do urge you to give your own personal opinion. Make sure that you are respectful. Make sure that you are mature. This is not a Yelp review. You're talking to the American government. However, we also need to let YouTube know that what they've done is disgusting and that we know what they're up to. So I urge you to tweet at Team YouTube and feel free to be a little bit more open on that one. I love making content on YouTube. I despise YouTube itself. The other host on Bonsai, Pop Grant, made a video over on Tree Skull regarding this situation and gave a little bit of a different perspective on it. To me, YouTube is a necessary evil. When it comes to putting your video out on the internet, it is more or less the only option. So save that advice in the comments. However, in a lifetime of creating, Bonsai Pop is the most fun that I've ever had. Please don't let them take it away from me. And in return, I promise that I will do everything that I can to make sure that they don't take it away from you. This channel is unfortunately not an endeavor that we can continue to pursue without a paycheck. We have families, apartments, cars, we need to eat just like you. And we certainly cannot afford multiple $42,000 fines. $42,000 fines for simply talking about the things that we love the most. So take 20 seconds and do this thing. Please, be heard. I've spent thousands of hours of my life perfecting my craft to be as best as I can at what I do. I've spent thousands of dollars on equipment to be able to do this. I've gone without eating. I've jeopardized my health. I've lost sleep just so I can talk about anime and video games with as many people as I can possibly reach. It is 100% my passion. It's what keeps me going in life. And if you've taken anything away from Bonsai Pop, it's that we're all human and we're all in this together. Alone, we are powerless, but together we can do anything. Please help us. Help creators. Bonsai Pop is not just internet videos. It's not just anime content. It's not just an entertainment. It is an amazing community. Since the beginning, your insightful, thoughtful, and most astonishingly respectful comments have been the driving force behind what we do. We're right about to hit our first major milestone of 100,000 subscribers in under a year. So in honor of that, in honor of the support and the respect that you've given us, I'm going to be 100% real with you guys. To maintain Bonsai Pop, at the absolute minimum, we require a budget of $6,000 a month. That sounds like a lot of money, but there's 4 of us and everything is split 100% equally. I've never trusted YouTube, so when we started this channel, we also started a Patreon. $6,000 is an absurd amount for one person, But right now, if less than 7% of our audience donated a quarter a week, we would be above budget. We would be completely self-sufficient without YouTube revenue. Revenue that constantly changes. Revenue that we cannot rely on. Revenue that requires us to sometimes make videos that we don't necessarily want to. So yes, I'm asking for your help. And I'm asking because we need it. We need your help. Creators need your help. But I can assure you of one thing. Come hell or high water, Bonsai Pop is going to fight this. We are not going to go down. We will continue to make videos exactly the way that we want to make them, regardless of rule or law. So please, join us in the fight. Do what you can. Message the FTC. Be polite. Tweet at Team YouTube. And please, if you have the means, join the team on Patreon. I'm sure that our current patrons can assure you that we will do you right there. I'm Mike. This is Bonsai Pop, and as always, thanks for watching.